That was a fabulous entrance.
Thank you.
Who the hell are you?
I'm John Herron. I was the director of this evening of One Acts by Stephen Kaplan.
And I'm Stephen Kaplan, and I'm the playwright who wrote the One Acts.
Are you saying I've been playing with other boys?
Well, if the shoe fits. That's what my dad's always say.
But I'm wearing Crocs.
Well, they're still shoes.
My journey in theater started probably when I was 3 or 4 years old, and I would do my one-man Passover Seder shows, for my family in the living room, make them watch me. I just always grew up wanting to perform. My family took me to theater. I grew up as an actor because that's kind of the first thing that you experience when you're little, and I actually wrote my very first play when I was 15, which was one of the plays that was here tonight. And it ended up getting produced, and that made me go, oh, I maybe could be doing this. And so that's kind of how I kind of got into this world. Sort of by mistake, but also it felt like the path was always leading me there.
But in the end, it'll be you who's put in the chair.
For me, I'm inspired by, it sounds so silly, like by the world, by things that I hear, things that strike me as fascinating.
Then we can live on and keep going. It's our true sense, our etymology.
I'm inspired by history, I'm inspired by pop culture, I'm inspired by the things that I just see in my own life. So every single one of the plays, I can find kind of the seeds in something.
Ma'am, I don't mean to be rude, but I'd really rather prefer it if you left.
Well, now that's the spirit. I was afraid you would just, yes, ma'am, and no, thank you, ma'am. My name is Evelyn.
Very interested in legacy and history and honoring those that came before us and recognizing the past. I'm very interested thematically in death. There's a lot of death in these plays. I'm also very interested in kind of generational things. That's kind of a theme thematically with parents and children or teachers and students. So kind of throughout, those are some of the themes that I noticed myself and went, oh, I guess there's things that I've been interested in all this time.
But some people have short-term memory. That's when somebody says something, and then you almost immediately forget that they ever said it. Just like short-term memory. The kind where somebody says something, and then you almost immediately forget that they ever said it.
To see all of these plays put together has been really exciting. They're plays that I've actually written. I was talking to John about this. I wrote one of them 30 years ago. So to look at them and to look at them in conversation with each other has been really exciting and a really fantastic opportunity that John and East Brunswick has offered to give me that opportunity to revisit them and to see how they live in conversation with each other.
As a playwright, it's not always easy when you're in process with a play to get actors together to read them in front of an audience so that you get a sense of what you've got. A play is a living thing, and it sure looks good on paper sometimes. Doesn't sound so good when you put it up, but you don't know that until you get actors.
Yeah, and an audience as well. Having an audience be able to respond to things was really fantastic tonight.
Don't you walk away from me.
One of the things that I love about it being an art is how audiences will interpret it in different ways. And the best things I love are when an audience comes up to me and says, oh, I know this is how I responded to it and completely not what I intended, but the DNA is still there, the pieces, and so they're, it's in the same ballpark. And I love that. And if my writing speaks to an audience member and feels relevant to them, then I feel like I've won the jackpot. That's my goal is to connect.
This theater has been a sort of a home to me, and I really appreciate the East Brunswick Arts Center, where we are right now in Playhouse 22.
Just want to thank everybody in East Brunswick for watching, for supporting the arts. So thank you so much.